An entire new set of Gem Knight cards are here. Smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. The Gem Knights shine even in the dark. So this is it's pretty cool. But the thing I care about here, start things off here, is the pack art. That's right, we've already got the pack art for this, sporting off the new Gem Knights, the new Jirax, the new Fable, and I'm happy about this. We're getting support in the form of Necros. This was not on my list of things I was kind of hoping that we would get Necros. I wanted to see the trap card. I wanted to see what we could do with some new armor, and it looks like, I wonder if this is, it's interesting to see like this being like a dual pair of Necros here. So I'm kind of curious to know what we got planned for this, actually. Like, why are the two of these together on the same card art? So, definitely some questions to be answered here. So, Gem Knight Master, Dia Dispersion, or Gem Knight Master Diamond Dispersion. This card is dumb. So it is 3 gem monsters. Can we fuse this with Gem Armadillo to make it? I'm not really too sure on that, but it is 3,000, 2,600 on our very famous level 9 Earth Rock Monster. So, you only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So during the main phase, quick effect, you can send this card to the graveyard. So also summon up to 3 non-rock gem monsters with different names from your extra deck and or graveyard, ignoring their summoning conditions. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except for fusion monsters. Now, what's very interesting about this here is, for the rest of this turn, so you'd have to go into the gem link monster first to make sure that you can start getting as much advantage as you can in the very early stages of the turn construction. And I think that's fine. And then when your Gem Knight fusion monster would be destroyed by battle, while this card's in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Now, I like this, but once again, we just recur back to this case in point here of this. I'd also like to point out here that it's actually really cool in terms of design here, that you make this Gem Knight, you invest 3 gem monsters into it, and then he basically gets the ability to break apart, and you get the ability to basically have them already be pre-fusion summoned. So I think that aspect of what they were going for is so cool in terms of design. I'm very curious to know, like, how Gem Knights are going to evolve as a deck here in the future based on this new support. Next up here is Gem Knight Neprime. And you know what's very interesting about this? Anybody else notice that this is Shaddoll Construct? I think a lot of people out here forgot that good old construct existed within the universe. So having this callback to this is really cool. So this is level 4 Light Fairy. Okay, so you can only use the first, second, and third effects of this card's name once per turn. Okay, so on normal or special, we can add a Gem Knight card from our deck to our hand except for Neprime. Also, any effect damage your opponent takes for the rest of the main phase, or this main phase, is halved. Well, they saw the issue that Gem Knights have produced over the years with the FTK, and they said, alright, we're going to give you a new searcher. But the problem here is you no longer get the FTK. Or you can, and it's going to be a lot harder. During your main phase, you can immediately, after this effect resolves, normal summon a Gem Knight monster. Okay, so free little extender here. And if this card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon this card. Okay, so we have a free little extension, capabilities to return back to the field. You get an ability to put another monster on the field to help turbo out a Link monster. And you get at the cost of a search, you can basically half damage, which it's a little bit rough, but okay. Now, what in the world do you do? Gem Knight Void Roots. This is a level 4 Dark Fiend. Okay, I see you. So 1950, 2450. I see we're keeping these these relatively interesting stats. So you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. Also, this is level 7, so this is going to be kind of annoying. So you can send a Gem Knight normal monster or Gem Knight fusion monster from your deck to the graveyard. So let's just summon this card from your hand defense mode. Done. Easiest decision of my life right here. This card's broken. It's a free mill down a Gem Knight fusion. So you've got the recurability of it set up, and then it literally special summons itself in the hand. Okay? When your opponent activates a card or effect, and you control a Gem Knight fusion monster, quick effect, you can banish 3 Gem Knight cards from your graveyard, including this card. Negate that effect. Then all Gem Knight monsters you currently control gain 1,000 attack. It's a free mill special with an ability to banish itself and 2 others to be a negate that gives 1,000 attack buff. Yeah, I can't imagine why this card wouldn't be broken in any sort of capacity. Actually, that's a level 7 with and the absolute worry and, displeasure always tends to hit. So what in the world are we missing for this? Gem Knight Dispersion. Okay, so we got a new normal spell card. So activate one of these effects. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. So we can fusion summon a Gem Knight fusion monster from the extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. If Gem Knight fusion is in your graveyard, you can also use up to 2 non-rock Gem Knight monsters from your deck or extra deck. Well, that's actually kind of interesting here. Being able to use the non-rocks or being able to fuse from the deck, that's pretty decent in my opinion. Or we can add a gem monster from your deck or banishment to your hand. Also, any effect damage your opponent takes during the main phase for the rest of this turn is halved. Wow, they really, really did not want Gem Knights. That's 2 new cards that they slapped the burn restrictions on, that they did not want you to be able to do. But can we bypass this half? Can we do 16,000 damage to our opponent now? Is there a way to actually do that? Because Gem Knights don't have a good end board. Gem Knights are going to look at this support and they're going to go, all right, cool, so we got some new toys. But can we do it without the search on this? And can we do it without the ad off of this? I think those are now my 2 biggest questions and concerns out here that this support is attempting to generate. And I am genuinely kind of curious. We'll have to wait and see, but this support, fantastic actually. This card, Dia Dispersion, I think is amazing. So please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.